This one has been a long time coming. So we've got this thing back together. Got the stator and clutch cover off of that engine over there. Got that put on. Got the wheel on. Bunch of miscellaneous things going on. I've got a gauge cluster up here. I just slapped some oil in it. Put the battery in. I did crank it over without the gas tank on it so I could build some oil pressure, just get oil moving through the engine. And now I think it's time to see if this thing's gonna run. I do not have the throttle body, the cable's hooked up, so I may have to reach in. It's on the other side, but I got the airbox on just so I could plug in the sensor. I guess now we just have to see if this turd's gonna run. I'm still working out the brake system. That pedal's bent, so I'm thinking about pulling it off, heating it up to anneal it, and see if I can get it to bend back. I want to try and keep as much of the black stuff on this because my boy Tim, this is his personal bike, and we want to try and keep that motif. Now obviously the paint and stuff on this, he's gonna start working on motorcycles, so I'm gonna leave this to him to pull the cover off. One thing that did happen when I got the gasket, full disclosure, is my mailman decided to wad up the package and shove it through the mail slot, and it ripped the gasket. So I've got to keep an eye on that. I use gasket sealer on the rips, just on the rips, to see if I can get it to work. I'll keep an eye on that, see if it leaks. I think it ripped right up here and right around here somewhere, so that should not see a lot of oil, but I'm gonna keep my eye on it. If we have to order a new gasket, that's fine. Swap it out, no big deal. Got the clutch cable installed. Got the rear set for the left side down there. I'm gonna swap those out and then put the shift linkage on. But I don't know if this thing runs. It ran when it was wrecked. That's all I know. So, I guess, let's see if the oh, we got fuel pump. Do that a couple times, get fuel in it, and see what this turd does. Oh shit. I don't have any coolant in it, so I'm just actuating the throttle with my finger. It does run. Have no front brakes because I have to bleed them from this side over here. I had to crack that line loose to get the bolt out. Still need to get cables for that. I do have the Servo Buddy installed, so it's bypassing that. But the cables are actually supposed to come down here and control this butterfly. But she's running. Oh, wait. I'm seeing an oil leak somewhere down in here, so I've got to investigate that. That's not right. So that's gonna be fun. Why do we get oil leak around the water pump? So that's gonna be an issue. We're gonna have to try and deal with that, figure out what's going on there. Wonder why we have an FI light. We'll have to dive into that some. But that's where we're at on the 750 project. Putting a good sized puddle down there. So she's running, but she's leaking. So there's oil back in here, so I wonder if the water pump housing might be cracked or something, so we'll have to pull all that off and see what we have to deal with there. So we're getting drips over here now, which come from there. Alright, I'm seeing shiny stuff up in here. So we may have an issue somewhere up here. So I guess we got to pull this back off and see what's going on. But that's where we're at now. The fun stuff.